Muy buenas tardes, amigos de la Argentina y el mundo. Estamos en Santiago del Estero, viviendo, disfrutando del mejor BMX del mundo internacional. Estamos con la Copa del Mundo, 9ª y 10ª fecha de BMX Supercross. ¿Cómo le va? Santiago Luis Bertolini, el hombre que sabe del BMX en la Argentina.
Bueno, muchas gracias, Juancito. Acá disfrutando de otra experiencia más del BMX acá en Santiago del Estero, del Elite Mundial, presente en la Catedral, con una temperatura de 34 grados. La pista está ardiente, el tránsito de las bicicletas es intenso, los corredores mostrando lo mejor que tienen, buscando ese sueño dorado de Tokio 2020. Este evento también otorga puntos para los Juegos Olímpicos de Tokio.
Clasificatoria, recta final clasificatoria para Tokio 2020. El objetivo seguramente no solo de todos los deportistas que están aquí en esta pista, en la Catedral de Santiago y del BMX, de todos los deportistas en general. Estar en un Juego Olímpico, sin duda lo más importante. Y este campeonato que se está disputando aquí, esta 9ª y 10ª fecha de la Copa del Mundo, que se está disputando aquí en Santiago del Estero, da clasificación a los Juegos Olímpicos. Hablando de Santiago, mirá qué imágenes preciosas tenemos de fondo mientras nosotros contamos sobre el deporte. Las imágenes hablan de lo que es Santiago del Estero.
Sí, una ciudad que vive apasionadamente el BMX, el gobierno de Santiago del Estero que ha apostado a este evento internacional, con una pista de lujo del primer orden mundial, muy querida por los pilotos internacionales que vienen a esta pista, la disfrutan porque es muy técnica, muy rápida. Y bueno, viven la pasión que vivimos los argentinos, que se lo exteriorizamos, se lo mostramos a ellos y ellos están felices de ser reconocidos.
Y un Santiago del Estero que nos ha recibido con una primavera que parece verano. Verano del más intenso, un calor infernal, 34 grados ya creo que marca el termómetro aquí. Ni siquiera en esta cabina, en esta hermosa cabina que nos han dado. Mira, ahí lo tenemos en pantalla, 34 grados. ¿sí?
El viento.
La temperatura, el viento tranquilo,
no sé.
pero bueno. Por ahora tranquilo, dicen que mañana puede estar un poquito más complicado, pero bueno, vamos a ser, digo con el viento, complicado con el viento. Vamos a ser optimistas con respecto al clima. Y una ciudad, te decía, que nos ha recibido con mucho calor y con mucho calor humano también, hablando de lo que tiene que ver con esta expectativa que ha generado el BMX.
Sí, la Federación Argentina de Bicicross, con toda su organización, la gente está dispuesta permanentemente a resolver problemas. La gente del servicio sanitario atentan en toda la pista tratando de resolver alguna situación, de algún accidente, está rápidamente atendiendo. Toda una organización a nivel mundial. Esto es una fecha UCI, que hay gente de la Unión Internacional presente.
Y también de ASABI, no te olvides de nombrar a ASABI, que es la asociación de santiagueña de Bicicross. Nombramos a la UCI y también a la Federación Argentina. ASABI también, las tres organizaciones han sido parte y son parte de esta organización y son responsables de que todo se esté desarrollando de la mejor manera. Mucha gente, cada vez más, se han tenido que poner hasta sombrillas, de todo, ahí para poder estar presentes hoy. Fíjense estas imágenes de la pista, ¿sí?
Ahí transitamos la pista, estamos en el partidor de 8 metros, que en la caída casi no se ve la parte de abajo. Esto está tomado arriba del casco, si vos te pones, se agacha un poco más, no se ve el fondo, abajo. Y se largan al vacío, ahí se acomoda.
Mira, esta cámara a bordo que nos va a permitir en estos pocos segundos conocer lo que es el recorrido que hacen los pilotos en cada carrera, fíjate.
12 metros el primer salto, ahí copia el salto para impulsarse. Acá va pasando Gonzalo Chalo Molina, va a la sección pro, a la segunda recta, el primer salto pro, va al segundo salto, hay un pequeño saltito chiquito que le permite empujar para saltar al tercero, va a la zona combinada, la tercera recta pro, rápidamente el Chalo, con toda su técnica.
La zona rítmica.
Sí, ahí toma la última curva, que esta definitoria, esta es el embudo.
Y la recta final.
Ya acá se la juegan todo, bueno, estas son las instancias finales. Ya llegamos, Chalo Molina saluda, muy bien.
Qué buen video de la producción para que la gente se ubique, se imagine o se ponga en la mente, en la cabeza y en los ojos de un corredor de los mejores del mundo. Esta es la pista que nos ofrece Santiago del Estero, una de las mejores del mundo, la tercera, cuarta del mundo, la más importante de Sudamérica.
De Sudamérica. Yo quería decirte que estos son más de casi 400 metros de recorrido de la pista y ese flash que fue el recorrido de la pista que en 32 segundos aproximadamente para recorrer casi 400 metros.
Bien, y mientras nosotros contábamos, ya se estaban ubicando los pilotos, se viene la primera carrera de los 16avos de final con la participación de Chalo Molina.
Bueno, está en el carril número 1, Charito, si no me equivoco. Sí, está en el 1. Sí. Vamos a ver, es muy duro esto. Ahora se cierra el embudo. Y la ilusión es se renuevan.
Ahí está Chalo Molina, placa 595 para él. Rivales duros y se largó, cae la chapa del partidor. Y se viene la primera carrera de 16 avos de final. Gonzalo Chalo Molina arranca con protagonismo y va a entrar primero en la primera curva.
Kelly Evans, el segundo es el inglés. Rápidamente un francés en el tercer lugar. El Chalito Molina no largó muy rápido, no hizo los primeros metros en punta, pero después aceleró muy rápido. Va en la zona de la segunda recta pro. El Chalo toma una diferencia, ya 4 adentro, 4 afuera. Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Y se va a meter en cuartos nomás, Chalito. ¿Qué pasó con Chalo Molina? A ver, ahí está, Chalo Molina llegó primero nomás y se mete cuando hubo una caída bastante fuerte en la última curva. Esperemos que estén bien los pilotos. Chalo Molina primero entonces, 595 su placa. Llegó en el primer lugar, 30 segundos, 906. Volando vino Chalo Molina, ¿eh?
Sousa quedó cuarto, el brasileño, un piloto que está en Estados Unidos corriendo permanentemente, está radicado en Estados Unidos, el brasilero. He tenido la oportunidad de verlo correr en el Oldsmar, en Sarasota, es un gran piloto. Ahí dos se tocaron cuando salían de la curva. El Charito Molina en punta, segundo que iban de Inglaterra, tercer lugar para
Ragot Richard, el francés.
El francés y cuarto el brasileño de Sousa.
Y cuarto brasileño de Sousa, Anderson Ezequiel de Sousa Filo.
Bueno, acá tenemos otra que se viene, bueno, Connor Fields, el norteamericano que ha ganado acá, ha sido campeón olímpico. Está en el carril número 1, vamos a ver qué pasa. Ahí tenemos el ecuatoriano, perdón, venezolano Milano, también lo tenemos ahí.
Yamaguchi, Artur Pilar, Kriegers, el venezolano Milano decía
30. Christos Kriegers doing it for Latvia. He is the national champion of Latvia. Right there next to Jefferson Milano, who's also a national champion of Venezuela. As the riders line up atop Big Blue, as we have nicknamed the start hill. They're just waiting for the official signal that we are ready to go. I think some work still taking place as a result of the crash in the previous round. When Thurkelson and Babris went through the fence, the air fence, which is on top of the last turn. Looks like Arthur Pilar just taking the time to sit back off the gate. Connor Fields, the picture of relaxed concentration in lane number 1. We're just waiting the signal that we are actually ready to go. And it looks like it's time to race. So the 16th finals for elite men, heat number 2. And here we go. All right, heat number 2, all eyes on Connor Fields in this one in lane number 1. And look at the Olympic champion making it look easy as he goes into that first turn. That's Nagasako in there in 2. Where is Arthur Pilar? He's back there in about 5. Getting squeezed on the inside down that second straight to Japan in 2. That looks like Ecuador in there in 3. That'll be Goyes Lorea. Pilar back there in 4. So Pilar coming under serious pressure though from another South American rider in that final turn. It was Milano looking for a way through. So Fields, Nagasako, Goyes, looks like Pilar's going to go out right at the end. Pilar out in 5, Goyes Lorea in 4. Wow,
Milano going
racing
from 5th to 3rd between the 2nd and 3rd turn. That was a great ride for him. Pilar with a disappointing 5th. Corbin Chirag checking out early on.
He got very busy down that
excuse me,
straight.
Connor Fields checking out earlier. And Connor looking like he is determined today. Connor Fields, Nagasako, Jefferson Milana, Wilson Goyes, Lorea getting that 4th and final spot in that heat. Moving on through the program, heat number 3, Corbin Schirra, Renaud Blanc, Evgeny Klashenko, Jared Garcia, Emilio Falla, Joris Harmsen, and Patty Sherrick from Team GB.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Everyone's ready to go, and we are official as they head down the hill. Looks like Corbin Schirra straight to the front. It's going to be Schirra, followed by Harmsen. Schirra, Harmsen. Looks like Klashenko trying to find his way into 3rd place, and there's a fight for 4th. Falla looks like he's stuck in between. Falla's relegated to 4th or 5th. Garcia finding his way into 4th place. Corbin Schirra looking like he wants to make some room between 1st and 2nd place. Harmsen, Klashenko, excuse me. Renaud Blanc finding his way into 4th, so it's going to be Schirra, Harmsen, Klashenko, and Blanc, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Falla and Garcia are done for the day.
Yeah, great racing there from the 2017 world champion Corbin Schirra, confirmed as taking the win from Harmsen, Klashenko, and Blanc. Paddy Sherrick of Great Britain going to have to bring it back in the final round of the season. Next up, heat number 4, Romain Meilloux out of France, Simon Marcotte from Switzerland, Philip Schaub and Liam Webster from Germany, Michael Bias from New Zealand, Ramirez from Colombia, and Niek Kimmen from the Netherlands taking his usual lane 8 position. Niek rocking the European Champions jersey this weekend in the white and blue that he picked up in Latvia back in July. And also the red plate of the series leader here in the World Cup. Right, let's take a look as Kimmen got the power from the outside. I think the answer is yes, but look at Romain Meilloux and also the Swiss rider Marcotte. They're going 1, 2, and 3 into the turn. Kimmen on the outside. So back into 3 at the minute for the European champion. Looks like the French rider leading it out though. Meilloux in 1, Marcotte in 2, Kimmen in 3, Ramirez in there in 4. Ramirez making moves now on Kimmen down that 3rd straight. Kimmen just holding on to the 3rd spot.
Whoa,
Bias has just carved that final turn. So Meilloux, Marcotte, Kimmen, Bias. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Michael Bias of New Zealand threw it in there in that final turn and took himself into the top 4.
Frustrating for Ramirez, trying to get around Kimmen. Kimmen taking up a lot of track. Meanwhile, Bias capitalizing on that. So there's your official Meilloux, Marcotte, Kimmen, Bias. Moving on. Here we go, heat number 5, Campo, Vandenberg, Van Gent, Shippers, Calixto, Shimada, Bohuslavic, and Cordova.
Okay, riders, random start.
Heat number 5, we are official. Men's Elite, 16th finals. Out of the gate they go, everyone off to a clean start. Campo off to a bit of a cleaner start than everybody else. Twan Van Gent just on the outside of him with 3 Dutchmen just behind Campo. So it's going to be Campo, Van Gent. Looks like Shippers getting in there as well. So it's going to be Campo, Shippers, Van Gent. Maybe that's Vandenberg. Campo all the way, wire to wire, start to finish. It's going to be Campo, Van Gent, Vandenberg, and Shippers.
Do you think Campo might be in with a good shot of taking his first World Cup win this weekend, Jason? I think if he's going to do it anywhere, he might as well do it here.
He may as well. He may as well.
There is your confirmation. Campo, Van Gent, Vandenberg, and Shippers. The top 4. Moving on to the 8s. As we move on to heat number 6 of the 16th finals, Sylvain Andre, Anthony Dean, Vincent Pelloard, Simba Darnand, Yukiya Yoshimura, Joshua McLean, Dominic Topinka, and Tatsumi Matsushita out of Japan.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, gate.
So all the power locked and loaded. Anthony Dean and Sylvain Andre right there on the inside, but the Colombian getting into the mix as well. That'll be Vincent Pellouard, Colombia via France, but Andre leading it out now. The 2018 world champion, he's in there in one. Anthony Dean going through in two. Here comes Simba Darnan on the inside, battling with Pellouard. So Darnan up into that 3 spot now. Pellouard in there in 4. Anthony Dean's been shuffled back, I think, into 5 at the minute. So as they come in and out of the final turn, let's have a look. Looks like the 2-1-5. Josh McLean's going to go through in that 2 spot. Looks like Anthony Dean is out. Andre McLean, Darnan Pellouard, Yoshimura, Anthony Dean in 6. That won't be the way he wanted to end his day, but what a lap from Joshua McLean.
Great ride by McLean. Not sure what happened with Anthony Dean. Couldn't quite find his groove. Was stuck on the outside in the first corner. Just couldn't get around traffic. The official, Andre McLean, Darnan Pellouard, again, Simba Darnan playing it sneaky, getting in there yet again through another round. Heading up to the hill, we see the silhouette of the elite men. Heat number 7, Sakaki Bar, Graf, Ramirez, Clerte, Schottman, Andrade, Ballback, and De La Fuente.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Full gate of 8 as they head down Big Blue. Let's see how they shuffle out. Looks like Graf is off to a great start. Sakaki Bara on the inside getting pinched just a little bit. He's going to find his way maybe into 2nd place, but now we have a Colombian, Ramirez, hopping into 2nd place. Sakaki Bara relegated to 3rd place. Now he's got some traffic on him. Ramirez, Sakaki Bara, Schottman, 2, 3, and 4. Sakaki Bara finding himself into 3rd. Graf trying to run away with it, but Ramirez all over him, so it's going to be Graf, Ramirez, Sakaki Bara, and I believe Schottman beating out young Eddie Clerte.
Yeah, definitely getting fast here in these 16 finals. Elbows getting thrown. Everybody wants to be in it to win it. It was the 147 of Jonas Ballback who took the tumble in that 2nd turn. He's just walking away unhurt, which is nice to see. And there it is, Graf, Ramirez, Sakaki Bara, and Schottman going through inside the top 4. Eddie Clerte unlucky in 5. As we move on to heat number 8. Still in the 16 finals here, Santiago del Estero, Jeremy Rencarel, Roman Maye, James Palmer, Cedric Boutin, Noah Brescian, Giacomo Fantone, Jamie Quintanilla, and Joaquim Nicolas Asamende. 2 Argentinians putting in some great performances earlier on and dipping their toe into the pool of World Cup racing. In the 101, that is Joaquim Nicolas Asamende out of Argentina. Lined up next door to the 413 of Jamie Quintanilla. Looks like we're just having a short pause. Guys relaxing on the gates. Just got a few more minutes to compose themselves. So as the temperature continues to rise here in Santiago del Estero, a balmy 34 degrees with a 14-kilometer wind. But certainly the racing getting hotter round by round. So these riders just either having the opportunity to relax on top of the hill or just to build those nerves a little bit more.
Depends who you are.
And your perception of the break.
Gonzalo Molina is still the fastest person on the track today in that 30-second range. Everyone else seems to be 31s and 32s.
I think riding in front of the home crowd, Jason, is what could be referred to as free speed.
Actually, I'm mistaken. Romain Mayhew by 1/100th of a second.
Well, if there was going to be a gap between the two, it couldn't be any narrower than that, really, could it?
That's it. Well, last year at this race, I believe we had a photo finish, and 7 of the 8 finished on the same second.
They did. What an amazing round that was. It's Corbin Chirard crossed the line for the win in that particular round. I think there was 0.65 between all 8 riders. Now that is close. And Gonzalo Molina throwing his elbow in that final turn. One of the more memorable parts of that lap. But we are moving back to heat number 8 of the 16th finals. Rencarel, Meye, Palmer, Buti, Brescian, Fantoni, Quintanilla and Azamende. 2 fast Frenchmen on the inside,
Riders ready. Watch the
alongside the national champion of Canada. Right, let's have a look as they go down the hill. Azamende on the outside, but the French train steaming towards turn number 1. Looks like Jeremy Rencarel's going to get the whole shot. He's in there in 1, Meye's in there in 2. Where is James Palmer? Back there in 4. Oh, big crash. Swiss rider goes down hard. 2 riders gone. Azamende's hit the deck as well. So it looked like Cedric Buti went down first on that second straight.
Palmer jumping into 4th.
Meye, 1 and 2. Germany in there in 3, I think it is, as they head towards the line. Palmer's going to get that 4th spot. Quintanilla, I think it is, in 3 for Bolivia. All the action on the second straight, though. Cedric Buti went down super hard as he went across that first double. Jamie Quintanilla also bit the dust further down that second straight. Cedric Buti being looked after by our medical team. But that was a brutal hit. Let's hope he's okay. Cedric Buti is now...
Cedric Buti getting up on his own, walking off on his own. It's always nice to see. That was a pretty wild crash. There's your official. Rencarel, Meye, Quintanilla, James Palmer just making it through to the next round. Looking at the silhouette on top of the hill, this will be heat number 9. Brizuela, Naverstad, Resende, Isidore, Nakai, Schmidt, Pereira, and Bensink. The young Argentinian 102, Matias Brizuela. Heat number 9, 16th finals, elite men. See who held up after that short break. It's going to be Naverstad straight to the front, just to the outside of him, Quillen Isidore. Brizuela taking the low road. He's going to fight for second. Let's see if Quillen Isidore can hold him off. Not sure if that's going to happen. Brizuela staying low and on the outside, so Isidore relegated to 3rd place with Nakai in 4th. Going to be Naverstad first. Brizuela, Isidore trying to stretch it out. We got some drama going on. Resende fighting for 4th place now. Not sure if that's going to happen. Naverstad, Isidore, Brizuela, and Nakai.
Yeah, good luck there for Quillan Isidore of Great Britain. Disappointment for Renato Rezende of Brazil. He would have been looking for a better performance here in South America. Navrestad confirmed as taking the win. Isidore in 2, Brizuela in 3, and Asuma Nakai of Japan in 4. That is the last of the 16 finals for your elite men. Next time we see these riders, it will be the 8th finals where they'll be looking to transfer through to the quarters. Straight knockout, 4 going through, 4 going out.
We are in the knockout rounds here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Santiago del Estero, Argentina.
Definitely a couple of surprising performances in that one. I think Jamie Quintanilla, the local guy out of Argentina.
Quintanilla, Brizuela.
They'll both be stoked with that one.
Making it look good, yeah.
Disappointment for some other riders. Cedric Booty, unfortunately going down hard in the 16th.
A little bit of a recap. Goes Molina and Evans. Not hard to beat Evans to the first turn, but Molina seems to do it. Riding with a little bit of extra oomph, as we would say.
Yeah.
In front of the home crowd. Stretching that lead out, as he qualifies quite easily during this round.
Moving on, taking a quick look at Connor Fields, the 2016 Olympic champion. Showing the rest of the pack how it's done, how you get to the first turn first.
Be interested to know what the hill times are, because I feel like Connor's getting to the bottom of the hill the fastest.
Certainly looks quick, that's for sure. Him and Corbin. I'm sure if we got the information, they would be somewhere near the top. That is Corbin Chirard leading out that round. I think that was Harmson just there behind him.
Nick Kieman coming from the outside. Had a good start, but Mayhew beating him into the first corner. Here goes that move into the last corner. You can see Ramirez trying to get around Kieman.
Sitting here with Mariana Pajon from Colombia. We're here in Argentina at the World Cup. You went through a big injury last year. How are you feeling now physically?
I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much like me on the track and just working on my power downhill, but riding much better.
Explain to people what the process is like going through an injury. How is it not only hard physically, but mentally as well?
It wasn't easy. It's been really challenging. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. I didn't know if I was going to walk again or even like pedal again. So I've been struggling. It haven't been easy because I'm used to going like in front, but now I'm in the bubble. It's good for me also to be training like this. But I have to be patient, and I know it's coming. So just if someone is going into the same thing, same injury, just be patient and do what you 100% and you'll do it.
Yeah, it's such a common thing in our sports to be able to be patient through injuries. So how do you tell yourself to be patient, or how do you maybe respect the process and just kind of take it day by day?
After this injury, I always used to win or just trying to win every time, but now it's just riding and enjoying it. So I changed a lot of my mentality, and I think if you're coming from an injury, just relax, do your best, and have fun, and everything will come.
So obviously we're not in Colombia, we're in Argentina, but we're in South America. When we race in South America, do you feel more comfortable, like more at home?
Yeah, I feel like home even here. It's same culture, same language, and people are really close, and I feel like home. So every time I come to Santiago, it's amazing.
What's it like after these races going back to Colombia? Do people know how you did and everything?
Yeah, they're watching the race now, All the press is just there to know if I'm doing well or just tell people how I'm doing. So it's really fun to see the sport how it's growing in Colombia, and I hope that works for the whole world.
What have you noticed in BMX in Colombia has grown since the Olympics and all that?
They have grown to 200%. It's amazing. All the kids, even girls, we have a lot of little girls trying BMX now, and before I was the only one. So it's amazing. We have the support from the government. I know it can be better, but just for them to support BMX, extreme sport, before they didn't believe in them. So it's good.
So you have a unique situation. You tend to do a lot more media than the typical BMXer does. How is it to balance training, racing, and all the media stuff you have to do back home?
When I won my first gold medal, it changed my life. It turned me upside down and rolled me. I didn't know how to do this. I was every day in a different event, even commercial flights. I couldn't even make it, so it was like private flights everywhere, and I got sick. And just having my brother by my side and have a really good schedule, and to know that my priority is to train and have fun on BMX, and the other one is just something else. So I just focus on my training. I have a free time, I'll do it.
Awesome. Thanks, Mariana. Best of luck this weekend. We hope to see you back on the podium.
Thank you, Tori.
Back to you guys.
Happiness. It's hard to define, but sometimes it just comes over you. When you finally dare to take that step and overcome your fear. When you find yourself in one of those magical moments you wish would last forever. When you feel so good, you have to let it out. When the beauty takes your breath away. When you can't resist joining the game. When your wildest dream becomes reality. When you embrace everyday life and the pleasures it offers. When you're out there sharing an unforgettable day. Happiness is as simple as a ride. Ride and smile.
You always know Pro Gate's going to fall fast and on time, and it's always going to be on point.
Welcome back. UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Blue skies, big blue hill. Red hot racing.
And I'm sure if we were next to the sea, there'd be a deep blue sea as well, Jason.
Well, we are on the lagoon.
Yep. St. Peter on the Lagoon, to give its literal translation from Spanish into English.
So, men's 8th finals coming up. One of the big surprises of today is Jaime Quintanilla from Bolivia. Made the mistake of saying he was from Argentina, but he's from Bolivia. Fighting for it to get in there. He'll be in the 3rd rack.
I'm sure he'll forgive us.
He'll forgive us. Other names to watch out for. De Sousa from Brazil. Anderson De Sousa.
Gonzalo Molina.
Gonzalo Molina, another name to watch out for sure. Amongst the regulars, Graf and Shara and Fields and Keeman, Andre. And in the women, looks like Mariana Pajon is coming back to form.
It's good to see Mariana back on it, that's for sure. I had a little chat with her yesterday. She said she was feeling pretty good and getting back to form bit by bit as we see the local hero, Gonzalo Molina. He always puts in a good performance here at Santiago del Estero. And that particular lap just looking like a statement of intent for later on.
That's right. At the 16th finals, Connor Fields going straight to the front early on. Team USA, there's your Olympic gold medalist, Connor Fields. Jefferson Milano making that move in the second corner, 5th to 3rd place, holding everyone off for the qualification. Good ride by the young Jefferson Milano as well.
And then checking out Paddy Sharrock, leaving the gate from the outside. Had Joris Harmsen right there next to him, but that was Corbin Sherrard. Leading it out for the USA, Harmsen, he was in there in 2 with the Russian rider. I think it was Klashenko in 3. And Sherrard just picking up where he left off in Rock Hill. Clicking those laps off. taking wins. Unfortunately, not the way Paddy Sharrock wanted to end his day.
See Nick Keeman on the outside, had a good hole shot working, but Romain Mayhew had the inside lane and the speed as well as he jumps into front. Ramirez just on the outside of Keeman looking to make a move, and then Bias taking advantage of Ramirez getting that last spot.
Yeah, do you think Nick Keeman's got enough kind of first straight here to make Gate 8 work? It's a little bit shorter than Papendal and
It's a little
Rock
bit
Hill.
shorter, and you want to head over harder because there's amateur track on the inside. So there's actually quite a bit of track even on the inside of lane 1 after the second jump. Alfredo Campo making it look easy. We go to the next round. There's McLean on the outside, actually vying for first place with Andre into the first corner. Anthony Dean stuck in the pack in 5th place, just not being able to make it happen. David Graff and the magician Carlos Ramirez, 1 and 2, crossing the line there in their 16th final.
And this was the lap where all the action happened. Jeremy Rencarel and Roman Meyer taking it out front for the French. Well, there's a little bit of car.
Tori Naverstad looking good down this first straightaway. Cullen Isidore just on the outside of him. The young Brizuela jumping into 2nd place and challenging Naverstad down this 3rd straightaway. Isidore holding off traffic as they move on as well.
Of Germany in this one, Jefferson Milano as well, I think. Just didn't go the way Case Stindl wanted it to go.
Stindl not going the way he wants to go, but his new uniform looks good.
Definitely looks on point.
This was a heartbreaker. I think that was
Mika.
heat number 3, men's 8th finals. Down the hill they go. Let's see who wants it. Looks like Graf's going to go straight to the front. We'll see. It's going to be Graf. On the outside of him, another Swiss rider. Oh no! On the inside, it's going to be Ramirez jumping into 2nd place. It's going to be Graf.
O'Connor Fields, Yoshitaku Nagasako, Jay Shippers, Asuma Nakai, and Michael Bias out of New Zealand. He was carving those corners in the earlier rounds. Look for him to make some moves. Down in a huge first straight. Bias in 4, so Shippers make it stick. But all the action was on the first straight with that big tumble.
Oh, wow. The Japanese rider and
Jay Shippers.
the Netherlands rider, Jay Shippers. Looks like Nagasako has a little bit of something in the tank still. So we know he's okay. Nakai Asuma, excuse me. Was that Nagasako or?
It was Asuma Nakai who took the tumble with Jay
Asuma
Shippers.
Nakai, excuse me. Sorry about that. Asuma Nakai. There's your official Campo Fields, Nagasako, and Bias. getting through. Nakai and Shippers down and out for this lap. Hopefully they will be back next time around as we go up to the hill. Heat number 5, Shira, Navrstad, Isidore, Evans, Peluard, and Kimmin. Wow, talk about some V8 engines in that one.
Wouldn't like to even try and
couple
call that
of
one.
V10s. How many V10s are sold in the UK, huh?
No, not at all. There's a rant there about the price of diesel, but I'll leave that one well alone.
Nick Keeman opted for lane 8.
Okay, Ryder, random start.
Heat number 5.
Ryder is ready. Watch the gate.
Down the hill they go. Let's see how Nick Keeman can do from lane 8. He's moving over for sure. Let's see if he has enough heat. Navrstad, though, he's going to be in the first turn and first with Evans diving in on Keeman. So now Evans into second, Isidore into third, Keeman's in fourth. First forced to fight for his life as Peluard gets around Keeman. We'll see what happens if Keeman can get back into fourth place, but right now it's going to be Navrstad, Isidore, Evans, Peluard, and we might have a drag race to the line. Peluard shutting down Keeman. What a disappointment as Keeman is out for the day. It's going to be Navrstad, Isidore, Evans, and Peluard getting the qualifying position.
Yeah, big shot, Nick Kimmin going out there, but the big news for Great Britain fans is that Quillen Isidore and Kyle Evans went through 2 and 3. Tori Navrstad taking the win. Vincent Peluard of Colombia/France in 4. So moving on, heat number 6, Renkarel, Andre, Harmson, Brizuela, Goyes, and Mathis Rago Richard. So 6 riders and 3 from France. Let's see who's going to get the top 4 positions in this one.
Okay, Ryder, random start. Ryder is ready. Watch the gate.
Heat number 6 underway. We are looking at Joris Harmson on the outside, but Renkarel coming across. Oh, one rider's gone down. That is the Argentinian Brizuela. His day is done. He's on the floor, but it's Renkarel, Andre, Mathis Rago Richard over jumping that first one on the second straight. So he's managed to lose some momentum. That's put Harmson right up there behind him, but the French still 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Ecuadorian rider in there in 4. That's good. Look, Goyes making the move on Harmson. Harmson's trying to go underneath, can't make it stick. So Renkarel, Andre, Mathis Rago Richard, who's going to get it on the line? Looks like Goyes got it on the line from Harmson.
Harmson caught sleeping down the 3rd straightaway.
Big moves from the
taking
Ecuadorian.
Advantage of it. There's your official. Renkarel, Andre, Rago Richard, and Goyes getting in there. Wow, next time we see the men, it will be for the quarterfinals. 4 will give you more. 5th or worse will send you home. Single elimination, that's what it's all about right now. Women Elite coming up. It will be their 8th finals, and you know the drill in single elimination. Looking for the top 4 to make it through. Got about 4 minutes before the elite women get on the track.
So some big shocks in that one, Jason. None bigger than Nick Kimmin going out. I know of at least one Nick Kimmin fan will be very disappointed.
Would his name be Nathaniel?
It certainly would.
If you are just joining us, you are here, and we thank you. because we are here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Round number 9, stop number 5.
Our fans certainly enjoying
This 96-degree weather. That would be 30 plus centigrade.
So the umbrellas are up in Santiago del Estero for an entirely different reason than they are in the UK
That's
currently.
correct. Well, like the song says, Rich, it's 96 degrees in the shade. And that's what the umbrella's for.
Which song would that be then?
96 degrees in the shade.
Oh, it's an actual song, is
Yeah.
it? All right. Not one that I'm familiar with, unfortunately,
Oh,
Jason.
famous reggae song. It's a good song.
Felicia Stansel looking nice and relaxed there. These are our elite women at the top of the hill. Taking you up close and personal. You can see exactly what goes on. The top of a Supercross start hill. Nadia Pries there and Simone Christiansen just get themselves behind the gate. Ready for heat number 2.
As we go up to the hill, you can see the elite women. Heat number 1, Valentino, Asuero, Hatakeyama, Mikkelsen, Stansel, Santillan, and Bertankova.
Don't forget, this is straight knockout racing, 4 going through, 4 going out. If you are new to the sport of BMX, that's how elimination racing works.
We are official. Heat number 1, Women's Elite, 8th finals. Out of the gate they go. Felicia Stansel looking to take advantage of that outside lane and clean line into the first corner. Manon Valentino just behind her with Hatakeyama in 4th. Looks like Asuero jumping into or sliding under the Japanese rider for 3rd. So it's gonna be Stansel, Valentino, Asuero 1, 2, and 3. Mikkelsen now in 4th place. Hatakeyama in trouble. But Stansel looking good into the last corner all by herself. Looks like she will have her qualification position, pole position maybe. Valentino with a little bit of heat on her from Asuero. And Hatakeyama finding her way back to 4th.
Yeah, solid lap there from Felicia Stansel of the USA. Look for her to be in the later rounds. Felicia Stansel, Manon Valentino, Dominica Asuero, and Saya Takayama going through as the top 4 in heat number 1 of the 8th finals for elite women. Moving on to heat number 2, Mariana Pajon of Colombia, Simone Christiansen of Denmark, Adriana Hebert of Canada, Nadia Pries of Germany, Andrea Escobar of Colombia, Yui Hayakawa of Japan, and your junior women world champion for 2019, Jessie Smith from New Zealand. Jessie opting for the outside in this one. Don't think things have been going her way at all this weekend, and she's back there at the back of the pack. But out front, it is the queen bee of BMX, Mariana Pajon of Colombia. That's Simone Christensen in there in 2. Nadia Priest back there in 3. Adriana Hebert of Canada in there in 4. Andrea Escobar in 5, doing it for Colombia. But the other Colombian out in front, the 2012 and 2016 Olympic champion, Mariana Pajon. She's coming back to full fitness. She's making a statement of intent coming down this straight. She's going to get it. Christensen for 2, Nadia Priest for 3, and Adriana Hebert of Canada in 4.
So there you go, official Pajon, Christensen, Priest, Hebert. Pajon setting the fastest time of the day for the women thus far. Looking to win the whole thing as we go up to the gate, heat number 3. Sakaki Barra, Reese Santos, Van Bentham, Tuxer, Houseman, and Van Hoof. This looks like a semifinal.
Sure does.
Elke Van Hoof choosing the outside yet again.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
With Sakaki Barra on the inside from Australia. Downhill they go. Looks like Sakaki Barra off to an okay. Reese Santos surprising everyone, going straight to the front. She definitely carved up for today, that's for sure. Definitely ate her spaghetti, that's for sure. Reese Santos with a sizable lead in front of Sakaki Barra and Houseman. Van Bentham in 4th. Van Hoof nowhere to be found. Tuxer looking to make a move on Houseman, but don't know if that can happen. That's Tuxer now in 4th. So it's going to be Reese Santos, Sakaki Barra, Houseman, and Tuxer beating out Van Bentham and Van Hoof. Wow. Reese Santos shot out of a cannon down the first straight on that one.
Yeah, great lap from her. There is the confirmation. Paula Reese Santos taking the win. Saya Sakaki Barra in 2, Ruby Houseman in 3, and Dana Tuxer of Canada in 4. Moving on to heat number 4 of the 8 finals. Great Britain fans, hold on to your hats because Bethany Shriver is in this one. Lauren Reynolds, Axel Etienne, Svetlana Admankina, Vanessa Buldinska, and Natalia Suvorova. Buldinska opting for the outside. Lauren Reynolds of Australia. Going to lay down the horses on this first straight.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Heat number 4 of the 8 finals getting underway. Let's have a look. Bethany Shriver's got an absolutely superb start, and he's going to lead her way into turn number 1. Axel Etienne in there in 2. That looks like Admankina in 3. Where is Lauren Reynolds? Diving underneath, working her way into the top 4. Natalia Suvorova getting boxed on the inside. Reynolds in that 3rd position. Here comes another Russian rider working the way in. That might be Admankina, but Shriver of Great Britain leading this one out of the minute, courtesy of a fantastic first straight. So Beth on the 911, she's in there in 1. Axel Etienne's going to get the 2, under pressure from Lauren Reynolds down the final straight. Looks like Buldinska, I think it is, who's going to get the 4 for Latvia. The Russians ended up taking each other out on the 3rd straight. So Svetlana Admankina and Natalia Suvorova, teammates from Russia, both ending up on the floor. Luckily rolling away, even though the bikes are not in full working order. Natalia Suvorova just returning from a long injury stint, so it's nice to see her rolling away. Didn't quite catch what happened as they came out of turn number 2. But it's time to whip out the Allen keys for Svetlana Admankina. Sort those handlebars out. But what a lap for Beth Shriver of Great Britain.
There's your official. Shriver, Etienne, Reynolds, Buldinska. Back up to the hill. Heat number 5, Smolders, Afromova, Bondarenko, Cavalli, Meryl Smolders, and Shania Howell from Aruba.
Okay, riders, random start.
down the hill. See if the sisters Smolders can finish 1 and 2, or at least get through this round. Laura Smolders straight to the front. Meryl Smolders looking like she's going to be battling for 4th place. Going to be the Russian rider in 3rd, and 2nd and 3rd. So it's going to be Smolders, Bondarenko, Afremova, Smolders, Bondarenko and Afremova switching positions in 2nd and 3rd. 3rd and 2nd. Smolders, nice easy lap, taking it to the line, followed by Bondarenko, Afremova, and Meryl Smolders.
So the Smolders sisters going 1 and 4 in that one. Natalia Afremova in there in 2 and Yaroslava Bondarenko in 3. That is confirmed as your result. For heat number 5, as we move on to the last of the 8 finals. Stephanie Hernandez, Zoe Claessens, Kanami Tano, Danny George of the USA, Varvara Ovchinnikova of Russia, and Julia Buta of Japan, all lining up. Heat number 6 of the 8 finals. Julia Buta on the outside. Next door to Varvara Ovchinnikova of Russia.
Ready, watch the game.
Right, heat number 6 of the 8 finals underway. Steffi Hernandez charging her way to the front, looking good in this one. Looks like Kanami Tano working her way into that 2 spot at the moment. So Venezuela leading it out, Japan in there in 2. Who's got the 3 is Zoe Claessens at the minute. Zoe Claessens in 3, Varvara Ovchinnikova in there in 4. Oh, Claessens is shopping for more. She's working her way up into 2. Is she going to track down Stephanie Hernandez? Yes, she is. So Claessens going from 3rd to 1st. The Swiss rider leading it through. Claessens, Hernandez, Tano under pressure from Ovchinnikova. Looks like Danny George is going to go out in 5.
Wow, Zoe Claessens stepping up, going from, I believe, 5th to 1st, something crazy like that.
Smart moves in those corners, Jason.
Moves, so definitely building some confidence heading into the quarterfinals for her. She may be a spoiler by the time we get to the finals. We'll see. There's your official: Claessens, Hernandez, Ovchinnikova, and Tano. Disappointing for George and Yabuta for sure. So we're going to try to catch up with Tori in a few minutes, Tori Nyhog, to see if we can get a rider's corner, maybe a coach's corner. We'll see who he grabs from the pits, as things are definitely, next time we see the elite women, it will be for the quarterfinals. 4 will get you more. Top 4 make it through to the semifinals. 5th or worse, they are done for the day. What do you think of all of that racing, Rich?
Definitely think the racing's hotting up, Jason. The speed definitely increasing as we look at some of the replays from those 8 finals. Felicia Stansel absolutely on point today. I wouldn't be surprised if she picked up a win this weekend, or at least a couple of podiums with the way she's riding at the moment. Madame Valentino in 2nd spot in that one, with Dominica Azuero in 3. But it was all Stansel in that 8th final, charging to the line.
Mariana Pajón looking very, as she would say, relaxed, happy, and in control. I'm adding in control. But she did say something about being relaxed and calm.
Which usually leads to control.
That's it. Positive attitude all the way to the front. Mariana Pajón looking like she's definitely coming back to form. Might already be there. Followed by Shimon Christensen. Reese Santos with a brilliant first straightaway here. Just finding that extra speed after that roller and really pulling away from the track, from the rest of the pack on the track, excuse me. Not an easy feat to do in front of Saya Sakakibara. Seems like this race is could be a breakout race for quite a few riders here on the Supercross circuit.
Yeah, this is the opportunity for them to get in there and show what they're actually capable of. Probably in a race scenario where there's a few more unknowns. It's not like racing a World Cup in Europe, just as we watch Bethany Shriver, who got the first straight of a lifetime. Let's hope she can keep that one going through the quarters, the semis and the final. Beth on the 911.
Yeah, Bethany Shriver actually looking very good in that lap. Calm, cool, and collected. Riding the way I know she wants to ride, that's for sure. We head back up to the hill. Shania Howell on the outside from Aruba. Nice to see Aruba in there. Laura Smulders and Meryl Smulders making a go of it with the two Russians, Bondarenko and Avramova. But Laura Smulders, she will be tough to beat this weekend, as we're going to head to Riders Corner to see who Tori Nyhog has to speak with.
Alfredo Campo, Ecuador, Pan Am Games gold medalist this year. We're here in Santiago del Estero. Seems to be a track that you usually do well at, you're pulling at. What's it about this place that you like?
I mean, it's the closest race to home, honestly. I mean, the crowd is amazing, and it's the closest World Cup that I get from Ecuador. So I made my first World Cup main here in 2015. So no, this place brings a lot of good memories, and I love this track.
Seems like you have a lot of fans here. Do you feel more at home racing in South America?
Yeah. I mean, it's something that South Americans don't have that opportunity as much as the Europeans, let's say. So it's awesome to be here. I mean, you guys know how awesome the crowd is and how excited the people get. So I think that's what the sport's all about. You know, like just trying to transmit that a dream that we once had to the kids here. That when the kids see us, they get excited, and I think that's the best.
So obviously you've had a good year. Got your first podium in Papendal, and you got another podium in Rock Hill. Obviously, the Worlds was disappointing for you. Was that tough to get over? Because obviously you raced Pan Am Games right after as well.
Not really. I mean, the way I see it, you know, with the Worlds crashing out at semi, for me, it's just, you know, another opportunity to become better. You know, like I said, I was one of those South American kids that my dream was to travel the world racing BMX at the best level. And, you know, stuff like that happens. I just believe that's what God has on my path, and you know, eventually it will come. I just got to be patient, and yeah, of course it sucks. It's a hard pill to swallow, but then after it was Pan Am Games and after my wedding, so yeah, it's been an awesome year.
So Pan Am Games seems to be a pretty big deal in South America. So after winning the gold medal, did you have to do a lot of media back home, and did people know about BMX and that kind of thing? Yeah, that's awesome about the Olympic stuff format. You know, in Ecuador, we got a lot of coverage, and it's a good way for us to showcase what BMX is all about, what we do at the World Cups, what we do at the Worlds. So it was awesome. You know, my sponsors they have been behind me on all this journey, and to give them a gold medal, it was awesome. And I think a lot of people don't know, but over the years, you've traveled quite a bit by yourself, and had to do quite a lot of things by yourself without a ton of support. Maybe just explain to the viewers what that's like. I mean, it was tough at the beginning, you know, like I remember racing the Junior World Championships pretty much by myself. I remember going up the hill before the main, and I didn't have a water with me, so I literally had to check a water who's in the ground and drink it, you know, and that motivated me to push, to go forward, you know, to like, okay, we maybe don't have the same opportunities, but we got to make it happen. And it's been an awesome journey, and like I would not be here without the support of my people, you know, my family, my wife, my trainer, my sponsors. Everyone is just a big group that without them I wouldn't be here. How do you think BMX and traveling around the world and doing a lot of stuff on your own has kind of helped you grow as a person? It was amazing, you know, like the stuff that BMX teach you from a young age, you know, traveling by yourself at a young age, like it was, you know, we had a few mistakes, you know, like, but I think it's something that, you know, I wouldn't have learned any other place, so I'm grateful for that. Awesome, Alfredo. Thanks for joining us, and best luck today. Thank you, guys. Amen.
Good luck, buddy. Alfredo Campo telling us his story how he is both grateful and a hard worker, motivated to get to the top, and he is doing just that. Have about 15 minutes before the elite men quarter.
So things getting hotter and hotter here as the day goes on. Our local entertainments team, led by our on-site DJ and announcer, keeping the crowds happy. Everybody keeping themselves hydrated, which is very important on a day like today. Our local Argentinian fans enjoying not only the racing but the sunshine.
right, so heading up. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed our short break. Riders were getting rested, recovered, and amped back up to head back up to the hill. Next up, Elite Men's Quarterfinals. We are winding this down.
Or possibly winding it up, Jason.
I think you're right. I think it's about to get wound up. Heat number 1, Molina, Andre, Fields, Baez, Isidore, and Goyez. Could be anyone's race. We are proud to bring it to you and call the action here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina, UCI BMX Supercross World Cup, round number 9. We're official. Heat 1, quarterfinal, Elite Men. Down the gate they go. Big Quillen Isidore looks like he's off to a good start from the outside, but it's going to be Molina and Fields 1 and 2 as they hop into the court. Isidore is going to make room. He's going to say, move out of the way, Olympic champ. I want more. So it's going to be Molina, Isidore, Fields. Oh, whoa. Goyez putting someone over the turn, and Baez yet again, Baez finding his way into 4th. Must be the smartest rider on the track thus far. It's going to be Molina, Isidore, Fields, and Baez, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I'll tell you what about Michael Baez. That guy gets where water can't. He really threads the needle in every single turn. And the guy who came up short in that one was Sylvain Andre. So Baez going through at the expense of Sylvain, the 2017 world champion. But what a lap from Quillen Isidore. Threaded the needle in that first turn, went from 3rd to 1st, held off Connor Fields, and got himself through into the semi-finals. And a very dusty-looking Sylvain Andre bringing himself down that final straight and across the finish line. As heat number 2 lines up at the top of the gate, we're looking at the official results in just one moment. And there it is, Gonzalo Molina, Quillen Isidore, Connor Fields, and Michael Baez out of New Zealand going through. Heat number 2 lining up on top of that gate. David Graf up there, Jeremy Renkarel, Tori Navrastad, Yoshitaku Nagasako of Japan, Kyle Evans out of Great Britain, and Yevgeny Klashenko of Russia. All the horses are just about to be released from the stables. Guys just told to relax for just one moment. Just a small hold up. Kyle Evans just taking the time just to adjust his goggles. A lot of goggle adjusting going on up there. Yoshitaku Nagasako doing the same. Klashenko on the outside with Renkarel and Graf and Navrastad in gates 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget this event is for Olympic qualification for Tokyo next year, so every point does count. All the countries battling to get 3 or possibly 2 riders in for Tokyo next August. Next event after this is the test event at the Olympic track, where everybody gets the opportunity to see what they'll be racing in 10 months' time. Everybody just still taking the time. Kyle Evans just stretching out, keeping those hamstrings loose. Certainly no drop in temperature here at Santiago del Estero. If anything, it's getting hotter.
Riders waiting patiently. Sometimes these pauses are all part of the game.
Looks like we're very nearly ready to go. I think there was just some adjustments being made to the fencing after Sylvain André's unfortunate exit. Yep, guys are lining up on top of the gates. Graf, Renkerel, Navrestad, Nagasako, Evans and Klashenko. Enough wattage to power a small town, I think, up on top of that gate at the moment.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, let's have a look. Heat number 2 is underway. Looks like Kyle Evans got a very, very good start. But Graf on the inside, heading into turn number 1. Renkerel right there as well. Evans trying to slot his way through around that outside line, but he's there in 3 of the minutes to the Great Britain rider. Going very, very well. Coming under pressure now from Nagasako. Nagasako working his way into 3. Evans in 4. Klashenko in 5. Navrestad in 6. Evans is going to have to get a move on. Graf leading it out. Graf, Renkerel, Nagasako. Evans still holding it. Klashenko's gone underneath. Klashenko and Evans drag racing down the final straight. Who's going to get in the line? Evans makes a mistake. Klashenko gets it in 4. Navrestad sneaking through for 5.
Disappointing for Evans. Front wheel dropped in that last straightaway. A little bit of a bunk on the step up. That's all it took for Klashenko to get around him. Your official graph, Renkerel, Nagasako, and Klashenko. Navrestad and Evans are out, which is crazy because those two were amongst the fastest down the first straight.
Yeah, Evans had a great start. Just got squeezed on the outside, and it was a battle of momentum from then on in.
I would argue he didn't come over hard enough after in the first corner. I think he could have put more pressure on the guy on the inside. But that's my argument. Next up, Van Gent, Ramirez, Blanc, Mayhew, Milano, and Rago Richard. Heat number 3. Down the gate they go. Looks like Milano wants to get off to a good start, but it's not going to happen for him. It's going to be Mayhew straight to the front. Van Gent in 3rd. The Magician, Ramirez in 2nd place. Making magic happen. Jefferson Milano jumping into 4th. We'll see if he can hold on to that. It's going to be hard to do with a Frenchman and a Swiss rider behind him, but it's going to be Mayhew, Ramirez, Van Gent, and Milano on the 4th place position, riding like he wants to make the final. Only the quarterfinals right now. Let's see if he gets through. Going to be Mayhew, Ramirez, Van Gent, and Milano making it through to the semifinal.
Yeah, Milano went from 6th to 4th. Great riding from him. Let's go through to the semis. There is your result. Roman Mayhew, Carlos Ramirez, Twan Van Gent, your world champion, in there in 3 with Jefferson Milano in 4. As we move to heat number 3. Sorry, heat number 4, do apologise. Kais Kakibara, Alfredo Campo, Roman Mayhew, Simba Darnan, Vincent Pellouard, and Anderson de Souza. Last of the quarterfinals for the elite men. De Souza on the outside. The gate drops. Let's see who's got the pop. Vincent Pelluard's been absolutely on fire today, but the guy who's more on fire than he is Alfredo Campo. Campo leading it into the turn. Sakakibara in there in 3. Simbadan working his way down the outside, looking to steal a spot into turn 2. He's going to have to settle for 3 at the moment. Pelluard still looking good at 4. Who's right there behind him? That looks like Roman Meyer in there in that 5th spot. D'Souza in there in 6th, but moving his way onto the inside as they come down the final straight. Campo, Sakakibara, Darnan, Vincent Pelluard, 1, 2, 3, and 4. D'Souza out in 5. Campo, another supreme lap from him. Sakakibara looking comfortable in 2. There is your result. Campo, Sakakibara, Darnan, and Pelluard all going through. Roman Meyer, his day ends in 6. That was the last of the quarterfinals for the elite men.
Next time we see the elite men, it will be the semifinals. 16 of the best will be lining up. Only 8 make it to the final. We're going to move on in the program to the women's quarterfinals. This is definitely shaping up to be an amazing event here in Santiago del Estero. Round 9, stop number 5. So we see the bright pink hair of Dominica Suero waving to everybody as they head into the gate, locked and loaded, as we like to say. I think a few other sports like to say that as well. So here's the start list: Pajón, Sakakibara, Suero, Reynolds, Hausman, and Buldinska. Heat number 1, elite women quarterfinal.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Heat 1, elite women's quarter, heading down Big Blue. Looks like Sai Sakakibara off to a great start. Pajón off to an even better one with Reynolds just on the outside of both of them. Hausman, Suero making a move on Reynolds. Reynolds with the momentum though, we'll see. Reynolds is shut down. So now Huisman trying to make a battle. Reynolds fighting for 4th. Meanwhile, Pajón and Sakakibara running away with it, 1 and 2. Suero seems to be in some safe position with 3rd as Reynolds is fighting for her life in 4th place. With the Dutch rider looking to make a move. We'll see if Reynolds can shut her down. Looks like it's gonna happen as it's Pajón, Sakakibara, Suero, and Reynolds with a very stressful quarterfinal qualification.
Tell you what, Jason, I'm so delighted to see Mariana Pajón back on top of her game. As the results state there, she's taking the win. Saya Sakakibara in 2, Dominica Azuero in 3. Lauren Reynolds just hanging on for 4th, defeating Ruby Hausman to the line. Moving on, heat number 2, Felicia Stansel, Manon Valentino, Bethany Shriver, Axel Etienne, Stephanie Hernandez, and Kanami Tano. Beth Shriver of Great Britain been putting some good laps in today. Let's hope this continues. We are about to see in the quarterfinals, heat number 2. Let's have a look as heat 2 leaves the gate. Bethany Shriver and Axel Etienne, it's looking like, but look at Felicia Stansel charging into turn number 1 with the whole shot. Bethany in there in 3, but she's had the move made on her by Axel Etienne. Stephanie Hernandez working her way in there as well. Hernandez into the top 4. So Stansel, Etienne, Valentino, and Hernandez it is, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tano in 5, Beth Shriver back there in 6. But Felicia Stansel is walking away with this one. The USA rider going to take this quarterfinal. Who's going to get the 2nd position? Looks like Axel Etienne from Manon Valentino. Stephanie Hernandez there in 4. Bethany Shriver getting shut down in that 1st turn, and that's what cost her. There's your results. Stansel, Etienne, Valentino, and Hernandez all going through.
Difficult news for Shriver. Looks like she actually looked a little bit startled when she was dove on in the 1st corner. Next up, Christensen, Afromova, Bondarenko, Tuxer, Smolders, and Hatakeyama. Racing getting tighter and tighter as we move on through the program. Heat number 3. Out of the gate, everyone off to a clean start as they head down. Looks like Afromova, maybe that's Buldinska into the first corner. Let's see who it is, the 116. That's going to be the Russian rider, the 116 going into the second corner. Afromova, Christensen, Bondarenko, Hatakeyama on that fourth place position, but Afromova riding really well on this track this weekend, followed by Christensen, always consistent. Christensen looking to make a charge to the line. Looks like she's going to get around the Russian. So it's going to be Christensen, Afromova, Bondarenko, and the Japanese rider of Hatakeyama.
Yeah, great speed there from Natalia Afromova. Confidence definitely building after performances earlier in the year. Simone Christensen confirmed as your winner, Afromova in 2, Bondarenko in 3, and Hatakeyama in 4. Moving on to the last of the quarterfinals for the elite women. Palori Santos, Laura Smulders, Zoe Claessens, Nadia Priz, Avriana Hebert, and Varvara Ovchinnikova of Russia. Palori Santos, certainly been on it today. She's been flying. Let's see what she's got in quarterfinal number 4.
Ready, watch the gate.
And it's Varvara Ovchinnikova on the outside, but on the inside it is the 1-1-10, the reigning World Cup champion. That is Laura Smulders of the Netherlands, leading into the turn. Palori Santos, she's in there in 2, doing it for Brazil. That looks like Herbert in there in 3, Nadia Priz in 4. Nadia Priz going through, looking good in this one. Where is the other Russian rider? She's back there in 6 at the minute, but it is Smulders, Priz Santos, Claessens, Priz, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Priz coming under pressure in that final turn from Ovchinnikova. Is she going to hold on to it? Smulders is going to get the win. Smulders, Priz Santos, Claessens with a late charge. Nadia Priz looking good for that 4th spot. She goes through in 4th. There's a photo finish for 2. Ovchinnikova in 5. There is your confirmation. Laura Smulders taking the win from Zoe Claessens. Palori Santos in there in 3. Nadia Priz of Germany continuing her great form after coming back from injury. She's in there in 4.
Next time we see the women, it will be for the semifinals. Only 16 of the best are left, and only 8 fit on the gate to get to the main event finals here in Santiago del Estero. Some really fast laps, great racing. Looking at Fields and Molina. Quillen Isidore with a very brave move into the first corner, making sure he secures himself a spot in the semifinal.
Yeah, Michael Bias benefiting from the collision between Andre and Wilson Goyes in that second turn. Doesn't matter how you get through the top 4 as long as you get through, so you'll be happy with that one.
David Graf taking command of this one, followed by Rincarel. Evans off to a good start, and unfortunately just kept dropping back. Everywhere he seemed to go seemed to be the wrong place. And down this last straight, that little bobble on that step up was enough to slow him down. Klashenko securing that 4th place position. Roman Mayhew, followed by the Magician here. Great ride by Jefferson Milano in 4th place, going from 6th to 4th between 1st and 2nd corner, securing his qualifying position as well. He'll find his way to the semi.
Yeah, speed definitely increasing in these quarterfinals. I'll try that again, shall I? Anderson de Souza, excuse me, on the outside. Vincent Pelloard. I've got to say, he's been flying today. Vincent Pelloard looking really, really good. Really nice to see him back on top of his game. Alfredo Campo holding on to the lead in this one. Kakibara just ducking underneath there.
Simba Darnan sneaking in there yet again.
Yep.
On to the women. We see Laura Smulders taking it straight to the front with Reese Santos in second. Reese Santos really making her mark today. Zoe Claessens as well. I'd be surprised if those three didn't make it to the main event.
Definitely been nice to see Nadia Pries continue her comeback. She had a long period out with injury and seems to have come back to form at the right time. And another rider who's come back to form, that is the Queen Bee of BMX, Mariana Pajon. Definitely getting back to full strength and speed, as evidenced in this quarterfinal lap. Just take a look at what happened to Bethany Shriver here. She was third going into the turn. When the moves were being made. People diving around left and right. No such problems for Felicia Stansel of the USA. Taking that win.
Felicia Stansel, another rider who stepped it up this season.
Right, looks like we're going to be heading over to the Riders' Corner to have a chat with Tori. And I think he's got Masahiro Sampai, the Japanese national coach, lined up for a chat.
Let's hear what they have to say.
So, we're here with Masahiro Sampai, national team coach and manager for Team Japan. How did you come into that job after being a professional racer yourself?
Yes, I stopped racing in 2012 after the London Games, and we couldn't qualify any spot, and then I decided to be in the coaching and also the managing the team and trying to get a country spot, and then we were able to go to Rio, and now trying to perform better in Tokyo. Yeah.
So someone in your position, like how did you come into the position you're in now and raise the level in Japan BMX?
You know, in Japan there's no coach or nothing yet there yet, so we have to create everything from the beginning and trying to go to federation more and then trying to talk with them, explain what we're doing, what we need, and yes, developing all the systems and yeah, slowly but getting better.
Yeah, it takes years to develop the, different workers and different people in the federation and the team, right?
Yeah, it's hard to them understanding what we need, and because since we don't have any results and they don't want to put money into the team, and so. Yes, but same time we need some help to get a result. So that's the hardest part. But I'm trying to go to the office more and more often and trying to explain them what we need, what we're doing, how's things going. So they start understanding. Yeah.
So you enjoy Bradford work together. He trains a lot of the riders. What's something that you guys have focused on with the riders specifically to help them improve, like in their training or their riding?
So this year we're trying to split the team, A team and B team, and focusing on the A team more since the Olympics coming up in 2 years, and even the A team split to the two, and Joy Bradford taking care of the Asuma Nakai and Kanami Tano in USA, and then also Sai and Yoshi in WCC with the Liam Phillips, and trying to get basically more consistently working with somebody together or riding on the track and riding with the other people, racing with the people, because we don't have much track in Japan, not much good environment in Japan. So yeah, trying to send them to the helper seat, and I can't go with them all the time, but try and help in other side of the coaching side, and yeah.
And it's a big time for BMX in Japan with the Olympics coming next year. What's the criteria for who you get to pick for the Olympics? Because obviously as a home country, you already get a spot in men and women.
Yeah, so since we got a host country spot, we focus on just the one spot, not trying to go to all the C1 races, trying to get points and stuff this time. And so criteria for same for both men and women, and whoever qualify more than 2 times to the more than semi. So they have to qualify semi twice, more than twice, and whoever finished the best results goes to the Olympics.
Are you guys doing anything specific to prepare for the Olympics, to prepare for the weather, the track, anything like that?
No. Yeah, weather, yeah. It's going to be really hot. And Japan Olympic Committee trying to research and trying to help us to, to get a better preparation. But yeah, no, track we can't use a track either. So
no home track advantage?
No.
No. All right, man. Best of luck this weekend to your riders, and thanks for coming by, Masa.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Tori. Really nice to hear from the Japanese national coach.
Pretty logical and pragmatic plan. They have
Sounded like it.
Two of the top riders working at the World Cycling Center. The other two working with Joey in the U.S., giving them exposure. And Masa working the politics back home.
And sometimes that's what's got to be done.
That's it. So we are just within 5 minutes from the elite men semifinal here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. If you are just joining us, we are in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Blue skies, hot weather, great racing. We're about to start the semifinals in about 4 minutes. Temperature in the mid 30 degrees Celsius. That means it's pushing 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
And we haven't even got to the hottest part of the day yet, Jason.
Not yet. The wind looks like it has died down a bit, so it is just very still out there. Very still.
Looking at the semi-final lineups. Both super duper stacked, but I think there's a couple of wild cards in there. As well as the home representation of Mr. Gonzalo Molina, who I'm sure this crowd here at Santiago del Estero are going to go absolutely wild for. Especially if he makes moves like he did in the final last year. Throwing the elbow on Corbin Sherrar in that final turn. But he'll be throwing it on somebody else because Corbin Sherrar is not in the semis.
He's not. See the riders making their way up to the hill. Just under 2 minutes. Riders are currently selecting their lanes right now behind the gate.
Could just see the riders getting atop the hill from our vantage point here. Trackside. Our South American fans still enjoying the show. We will be taking you up close and personal with those
here
riders.
We go. Semifinals about to get underway. Men's elite, yes, Rich is correct. We are going to introduce you to each rider individually.
There is your start list: Roman Mayu, Twan Van Gent, Alfredo Campo, Quillan Isidore, Jeremy Renkarel, Simba Darnand, Michael Bias, and Yevgeny Klashenko lining up for semi-final number 1. So the riders just getting themselves prepared. On top of that gate, the 155 lining up, gate number 8, out of Russia, Yevgeny Klashenko. Gate number 7 on the inside, the 901 from New Zealand, the wild card in the pack, Michael Bias. All focus on the 26, lane number 6, out of France, Simba Darnand. Lane number 5, middle gate for the number 4 plate. Also out of France, that is Jeremy Renkarel. On the 164, doing it for Great Britain and Peckham BMX Club, Quillan Isidore. Next to him on the 593, been absolutely flying this season. He'll be looking for a spot in the main and a win. Alfredo Campo from Ecuador. Gate number 2, the world champion. Won it back in Zolder earlier in the year. That is Twan Van Gent. And on the inside, gate number 1, the 100 plate out of France, Roman Mayu. Eight fast guys in semi-final number 1. Let's see what happens. And here we go. Alrighty, 8 guys flying out of that gate down that first straight. Let's have a look. Who's going to get into turn number 1? Twan Van Gent and Alfredo Campo. Campo on the outside, Van Gent on the inside, touching elbows. That looks like Roman Mayu in there in 3, and there's a 3-way battle for 4, including Quillan Isidore. Campo leading through. Who's going to get it, Jason?
There's a lot of traffic. Quillan Isidore diving into 4th place. We'll see if he can hold off Klashenko. Campo, Van Gent. Looks like Mayu and Isidore might be able to get through. Might be a drag race, but that move will work for Isidore as he gets through. It's going to be Campo, Van Gent, Mayu, and Isidore, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is semi number 1. Woo!
Delight for British fans for Quillan Isidore there, taking that 4th spot, making his World Cup main. There is the result. Alfredo Campo, Twan Van Gent, Roman Mayu, and Quillan Isidore confirmed as going through. Klashenko trying to make some moves in that final turn and just held everybody up enough to let Quillan Isidore through. I don't think he was ever in doubt.
Wow. So here's the start list for semi number 2. Molina, the Magician, Ramirez, Graf, Sakakibara, Fields, Peluard, Milano, Nagasako. have a great mix of skill and power, youth. There goes Yoshitaku Nagasako coming out of lane 8. Next to him, Jefferson Milano having a great day, finding himself in the semi. He'll be coming out of lane number 7. Vincent Pelluard from Colombia. He'll be coming out of lane 6. He's been looking strong and consistent. And what can you say about Connor Fields, Olympic champion, USA BMX champion? Eyes on the prize right there. Next to him, the double 7. That's Kai Sakakibara, gate number 4, waving to the crowd. David Graf from Switzerland looking for a win. Could this be his day? He'll be coming out of number 3. The magician, Carlos Ramirez, Olympic bronze in Rio. He'll be coming out of lane 2. And in lane 1, from Argentina, Gonzalo Molina, looking to make the final. 8 up, only 4 to go. Heat number 2, Elite Men's Semifinal. We're official. This could be anybody's race as they head down the hill. Molina on the inside, Kai Sakakibara in trouble. It's going to be Molina and Fields, 1 and 2. As they go in and out of the first corner, it's going to be Molina, Fields, Graf, the magician over jumping into the second corner. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's getting crazy as they come out of that second turn. Jason Molina leading it out. Fields in there in 2, Graf in 3, Ramirez in 4, Vincent Pelluard still pushing. Here comes Kai Sakakibara. Looks like he's going to run out of time and really stay. Molina's going to get in. The crowd are going to go mad. Molina, Fields, Graf, Ramirez going through. Awesome racing from those guys. Molina, you know he wants it in front of this home crowd, and he's going to do his best to make it happen. He'll have great choice of gate for the main event. So we're looking at the official result. Molina, Fields, Graf, Ramirez. Top 4, Kai Sakakibara unlucky in 5. But this one's going to be a screamer, this men's elite final. That's the next time we see them, just a little bit later on. And we've got more hot racing coming by way of the elite women's semi-finals.
So the next time we see the men, it will be for the final as we head up to the gate for the elite women semifinals. Startless, Stancil, Sakakibara, Christensen, Reese Santos, Etienne, Bondarenko, Reynolds, and Asuero. Waiting for them to load up so we can give you an introduction to the finest, best and brightest elite women. Coming out of lane 8, Dominica Asuero from Ecuador. The number 21, Lauren Reynolds from Australia. She'll be coming from lane 7. Yaroslava Bondarenko, gate 6, tough as nails. Next to her, Axel Etienne from France. Paola Reese Santos, let's see if she can put that first straight together again in the semi when it counts. Lane 3, Simone Christensen from Denmark. Saya Sakakibara, she'll be coming out of lane 2 from Australia. And in lane 1, from the United States, national champion Felicia Stancil, she'll be coming from lane 1 with a smile on her face. Down the hill they go. Stancil off to an okay start. Let's see if she has the power to pull it out. She does. So Stancil, Sakakibara, 1 and 2. Christensen in third. Not enough speed though, as Reynolds and Asuero assume third and fourth place. Reynolds in trouble now. Asuero in third. Christensen back and forth. Rich, what do you have?
Yes, Stancil leading it out. Sakakibara in there in 2. Simone Christiansen in 4. Lauren Reynolds in 5 at the moment. Paula Reese Santos in 6. Battle going on for that third spot. Christiansen taking the 3. Dominica Asuero looking good in 4. But Felicia Stancil's going to take the win. Stancil, Sakakibara, Christiansen, Asuero. Asuero looks up to the skies as if to say, yes, I've got this. Lauren Reynolds very unlucky. She carved that first turn. And there was a loss of momentum down that second straight, and that's what cost her. But she certainly had what was needed to get it done. She was just unlucky.
There's your official. Stancil, Sakakibara, Christensen, and Asuero.
Taking you up to the top of the hill. Semi-final number 2 lining up. We have got Mariana Pajon in this one. Laura Smulders, Natalia Aframova, Zoe Claessens, Manon Valentino, Stephanie Hernandez, Saya Takayama, and the return of Nadia Priest from Germany. We're going to take you up close and personal. Introduce you to the ladies on the gate on the 53 plate out of Germany. Coming back to World Cup BMX, that is Nadia Priest. Lane number 7 on the 85 plate out of Japan, Saya Takayama. Lane 6 on the 469. She's won a world title before now in 2015. That's Stephanie Hernandez from Venezuela. The 971. She's had 2 World Cup wins already this season. Can she make it 3? From France, that is Manon Valentino. On the 136, moving up from juniors last year to women elite this year and going well, that's Switzerland, Zoe Claessens. On the 116. Got 2 podiums at the last round in Rock Hill out of Russia. That is Natalia Aframova. On the 110, the red plate, the current leader of the World Cup standings and the reigning World Cup champion, Laura Smulders from the Netherlands. And on the 100, getting back to her best, the Queen Bee of BMX from Colombia, Mariana Pajon. Heat number 2, elite women's semi, ready to go. This is it, elite women semi-final number 2 underway. Mariana Pajon's now got a good start, but Laura Smulders has. Oh, Stephanie Hernandez has hit the deck going down the first straight. Aframova's in there in 2, Pajon in 3. That looks like Manon Valentino working her way around the outside. Zoe Claessen's in there in 5, so Smulders got this one on lockdown. Take us home, Jason.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a race. Claessen's in 5th. She's known to make moves. Pajon in 4th. Smulders running away with it, followed by Aframova. Now, Manon Valentino making a move. Claessen's making a move. Oh no, Pajon out of it as Claessens edges her out. It's going to be Smulders, Aframova, Valentino, and Claessens passing the Olympic champ to make the final.
Just a bit of bumping and banging as they went down that final straight, Claessens and Pajon. Pajon just lost that little bit of momentum and he allowed Claessens to go through and take that 4th spot. She'll be delighted making her first World Cup final. Steffi Hernandez just picking herself up on that first straight. There is your official results. Smulders, Aframova, Valentino, Claessens all going through to the Elite Women final here, round number 9 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina.
Next time we see the women, it will be for the final. There's only 8 left. Only thing left to find out is who's going to win and get on the podium from here on out.
And just revisiting the semis, Michael Byers not getting the start he wanted in that one. And even Alfredo Campo looked like he had problems coming out of turn number 1. But he held on to it. Look at Twan Van Gent right there on his back wheel. That's Roman Mayu in there in 3.
Yeah, Campo with a great ride. On the outside of Van Gent actually going to that first corner, but Campo forcing the issue, making sure he crossed the finish line in first. Great ride by Isidore as well. Not easy to be in 4th place in a semi. Semi number 2 in elite men. You see Jefferson Milano getting pinched. Pelluard on the outside with a pretty good start. Fields with an even better one, but Molina with all the power heading in and out of the first corner. So it's going to be Molina and Fields Graf finding his way into third place. Ramirez over jumping into that second corner, getting himself into trouble. And then it's Colombia versus Colombia, but Ramirez edging out his countryman. Molina all day long has not dropped a lap yet. Elite women's semis, we see Stephanie Hernandez getting loose over the first jump. We drop her. Mariana Pajon not off to her best start, so she's stuck in the pack. Smolders and Afremova walking away with it. And as we see Pajon making a smart move on Claeson's right here, but Claeson's still charging. Pajon catching up to Valentino. Valentino holding Pajon up, and Claeson's taking advantage of that battle and finding her way past Pajon. Smolders, Afremova, Valentino, and Claeson's making the final out of the first Elite Women's Semi.
Certainly those semi-finals showcasing some great racing here in the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. And the best is still yet to come. As the sun continues to shine here. We're just going to check out some highlights of the last round at Rock Hill. And here we go.
Rock Hill, Elite Men. Under the lights. One of the modern classic tracks. We see Corbin Schra going straight to the front of Twan Van Gent.
Yeah, and Schra have been on fire all day long. Nick Kimmin unlucky to go down in that semi-final.
Eddie Clerté making his first final.
Yep, Isaac Kennedy also making his first main event as well.
Semi number 2, day 1. Campo with a strong lead. I think we just saw that here in Santiago del Estero.
As we moved across to the women's semis, Drew McKeelson, Saya Kakibara and Elise Willoughby all in this one. Laura Smulders on the inside doing it for Denmark. And he was tight as they went into that first turn, but Smulders just taking that lead. Elise Willoughby right there behind, just having a quick look who was behind her, and it was Natalia Afremova.
Semi number 2, we see Pajon, Reese Santos, Valentino, Stancil. Stancil bow, Crane, Pajon. Crane making her way back into World Cup racing after a long break, getting into that main event. As we go up to the Elite Men main. All Corbin Schra and Fields, USA 1 and 2, putting on a great show for the home crowd.
Isaac Kennedy picking up a strong third place. Corbin Schra celebrating with his young son and his wife as he took another win there. That's been a great track for Corbin Schra over the years. Rock Hill, the fans always excited to watch what's going on. As the women's final started, Felicia Stancil in there, Judy Bow, and Laura Smulders on the inside in gate number 1. And Smulders just took off down that first straight. She was battling all the way to that first turn with Stancil. Afremova working her way into that 2 spot, and it finished Smulders, Afremova and Willoughby in that order. Great result for the Russian rider. And that was your results. Laura Smulders taking the win. Moving on to the men's final, Schra, Ramirez, Campo, Babris in this one, David Graf as well. And it was Corbin Schra leading through, Ramirez and Campo, so the South American contingent. Still in contention in North America. Schra took it across the line as we moved on.
Semi number 2, day 2 in Rock Hill, Keeman, Fields, Mayhew, Quillen Isidore, Big Nick Keeman laying the power down all the way around the track. We see Van Gent Fields finding their way into the main event as well, along with Big Dave Vandenberg.
This was the first of the semi-finals for the elite women. Paula Santos in this one, Simone Christiansen. Saya Sakakibara on the inside. Afromova got the best start, but Saya led them into that first turn. There was a big crash in turn number 1. Sakakibara walking away with it, though Bondarenko looking strong in that too. And Saya Takayama very delighted to be making her first World Cup main. Moving on to the second semi. Kanami Tamo in this one. Brooke Crane, good to see her back on the World Cup scene. Elise Willoughby looking nice and confident. But it was Smulders and Reynolds on the inside. Smulders looking good. Into that turn, Elise Willoughby right there behind her. Lauren Reynolds going through in 3. And Felicia Stansel just taking that final qualifying spot in 4.
Elite men main. Round number 8. Rock Hill, day 2. Nick Kimmin with a great start, shutting Corbin Schra down. Alfredo Campo jumping into that second place position, holding strong. With Vandenberg in 3rd.
Moving on to the Elite Women Finals, Smulders and Willoughby ready to do Battle Royale there. Natalia Afromova, buoyant from her first day performance, and it paid off. She managed to sneak another podium, just in a slightly different order this time. Smulders, Willoughby, Afromova going 1, 2 and 3 in that one. Making the World Cup Championship race very, very tight. And there are your winners, Smulders and Kimmin. So that was the highlights from Rock Hill. Rounds number 7 and 8, and what a race it was.
And here we are, round 9. We are just under 10 minutes from the main event as we hear a word from our sponsors.
Happiness. It's hard to define, but sometimes it just comes over you. When you finally dare to take that step and overcome your fear. When you find yourself in one of those magical moments you wish would last forever. When you feel so good, you have to let it out. When the beauty takes your breath away. When you can't resist joining the game. When your wildest dream becomes reality. When you embrace everyday life and the pleasures it offers. When you're out there sharing an unforgettable day. Happiness is as simple as a ride. Ride and smile.
You always know pro gate's gonna fall fast and on time, and it's always gonna be on point.
Just under 3 minutes, the finals will be starting. Well, from our vantage point, we can see the elite men heading up to the hill. Lanes are being chosen. We cannot wait to give an introduction to the 8 elite men who made the final today here. Round number 9, UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina.
We are about to go racing big time here with the finals. Santiago del Estero, as Jason says, we are looking forward to some of the red hot racing in the red hot sunshine here.
There we go, elite men's final, staging up, getting locked and loaded. As we pan up on top of the hill, there's your start list. Molina, Campo, Fields, Van Gent, Graff, Mayhew, Isidore, and the magician, Carlos Ramirez. So we're going to give everyone an introduction. Just a minute. Introduce you to the person in the lane they chose. Possibly even their fate for the day. Okay, coming out of lane A, Carlos Ramirez from Colombia. Next to him, from Great Britain, Quillen Isidore. Doing it for the crew, Peckham BMX, one way up.
Yeah,
He found
definitely
his
one way
into
up
the
for
main event.
Peckham.
Next to him, the number 100, Romain Mayhew from France. He'll be coming out of lane number 6. Keeping it 100. The number 7, David Graf from Switzerland. Current world champion, Twan van Gent. My, how his season has turned around. He's coming out of lane number 4, and he's from the Netherlands. Looking to put another bullet in the bank. Connor Fields, Olympic gold medalist from the USA. He'll be coming out of lane 3. Looking as steely-eyed as ever. Alfredo Campo, he'll be coming out of lane number 2 from Ecuador via Rock Hill. And the crowd favorite, this country favorite from Argentina, Gonzalo Molina, coming out of lane 1. He's sitting pole position. Can he hold on, and can he make it to the finish line in first?
Yeah, the question is, are we going to get a South American winner? We're soon going to see.
That's the question. And we are official Elite Men final. Let's go. Down the hill they go. Let's see if Molina can do it. Let's see where Campo is. I see a Frenchman going to the front, but it's Molina and Mayhew. It's going to be Molina, Mayhew. Looks like Campo fighting for second place as Molino's trying to run away with it. We'll see as they go into the second corner. Campo finding his way into second.
Yeah, expect the crowd to go absolutely berserk if Molina takes this win. Campo's in there in 2, Mayhew in 3. Here comes Ramirez on fields, trying to make it 3 South Americans, but Molina's going to get it. The Argentinian crowd go wild. Alfredo Campo in 2, Mayo in 3, Van Gent in 4. But delights for the home crowd here in Santiago del Estero.
Wow, and in truth, long overdue for Molina at this track.
He's had multiple podiums here. He had to take the win at some point.
He's
done it this time.
He had to. Wow.
And doesn't he deserve the applause from the fans?
Deserves the applause, and in truth, great ride by Campo and Mayhew as well. Second and third place respectively, but Molina, Gonzalo Molina, man of the hour from Argentina, in Argentina, nailing down a first place.
And look at the hometown fans here, Santiago del Estero. Giving Molina the plaudits he deserves. He came second on day 1 here in 2017. Second here on day 1 in 2018. He was overdue a win. And you could almost feel it in your bones. You knew it was going to go to a South American rider today. And Alfredo Campo was right there with him in that second position.
Effort. Campo almost willing it. Forcing the issue in the first corner and down the second straight. You can see Max down there, Big Max Clower. He's the on-site announcer. So now, this is for the fans here. Molina talking to the fans here. So we will definitely have our own interview with Tori Nyhog as Molina addresses the local crowd here and the fans here.
Muchísimas gracias
In
a todos.
Spanish.
La verdad que se los quiere mucho. Gracias por el aguante, a mi familia, a mi novia, a todos los que vinieron a hacerme el aguante. La verdad que no lo puedo creer. Muchísimas gracias.
Bueno, ¿qué pensabas antes?
And the football chants have started.
Muchísimas cosas. Pero bueno, trataba de estar tranquilo, de relajarme, hacer una buena largada. Tenía un buen largador al lado mío y tenía que hacer una buena largada para poder ubicarme en la primer lugar, en la primera curva. Sabía que eso se daba, creería que después iba a hacer una buena vuelta y iba a poder llevarme la victoria.
¿Y en qué momento teníamos ahí la victoria ahí en la mano? A ver, ¿en qué momento la sentiste ya?
Tenía ganas de aflojar en la última curva. La verdad que estaba cansado, me daban mal las piernas, pero por ese aliento, esa fuerza que la gente me dio, pedaleé hasta la línea y regalarles esta victoria para todos ustedes.
¡Fuerte el aplauso!
It's all love for Gonzalo Molina here in Argentina.
Yeah, great interview there by our on-site Spanish announcer, Fernando Zito. Did a great job.
Mr. Zito. Gonzalo Molina is going to make his way over to Mr. Tori Nyhog, as we'll hear from him in just a moment. Winners or grinners.
Vamos, negro. Hey, te pusiste la 1 que tanto.
Finally, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see what he's got to say when he speaks to Tori.
Your Elite Men final, Molina, Campo, Mayhew, Van Gent, Ramirez, Fields, Graf, and Isidore. Here's the replay of that. Mayhew actually off to a great start on the outside, but Molina with all the heat going straight into the first corner. Campo getting under Mayhew in that first corner and really forcing the issue, outriding Mayhew on the outside of him, getting around him in that second straightaway. But Molina just checked out.
Yeah, he was gone at that point, and the home crowd were going absolutely berserk. You can see him in the background. Celebrations beginning. South America 1-2 in round number 9 here in Santiago del Estero.
I would imagine that puts Campo up in
First
points,
World
too.
Cup win. Tell us how you feel.
Oh, this is incredible, man. I'm so happy. I don't know, 4 podiums in second place. This is amazing.
Can you say that again in Spanish?
Después de 4 podios en el segundo lugar, el año pasado 2 segundos acá no se me dio y este era el año, venía decidido, esperaba que las cosas salieran de la mejor manera y hoy es el día, hoy fue. Ahí tenés, hermano. Chanchi, lo que vos me decías.
You won all your laps today. How does it feel racing in front of a home crowd like that? Did you feel the energy?
Yeah, for sure. The energy from the crowd it's a plus. It's a plus. It's amazing. It's, I don't know, great, yeah.
You say that again in Spanish?
Que la sensación del apoyo de la gente fue un plus, una energía extra y eso se notó para poder largar la final y darles esta victoria a todos ustedes.
Congrats, Gonzalo. Enjoy this one.
Thanks, man.
The energy from the crowd, always a plus. Or as they say in Espanol, a plus.
Definitely worth an extra couple of cranks, I think, down that first straight, having the support of the home crowd here at Santiago del Estero.
For certain.
He'll be a very popular man this weekend. As he said, he's had 4 podiums here. Second place 4 times. So 5th time is the charm. Gonzalo Molina. Congratulations to Roman May and Alfredo Campo. And you could pretty much see it in his face as he lined up on the gates. He knew he had what it took. And about 45 seconds later, he was holding his bike above his head on the final straight.
That's it.
Congratulations to Gonzalo Molina. And a fist bump from Craig Dutton.
Well, Richie does ride for a UK company.
That's very true.
There are the 3 men of the hour right now. men of the minute, we'll say, because we have the elite women coming up. Alfredo Campo with an impressive second place. Molina, Campo, Romain Mayhew, those are your top 3 finishers for elite men. Well, guess what, Rich? We have another final to go, and that's elite women.
I think this is going to be amazing as well. Got a couple of first-time main makers in this elite women final in Zoe Claessens and Dominica Azuero. So the South American connection is not done yet.
Not done yet.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, will be our elite women's final.
So you can see the elite women's final, their silhouette making their way to the top of the hill. Smolders, Afremova, Sakakibara, Valentino, Stancil, Christensen, Azuero, and Claessens. Mr. Rich is going to give you a personal introduction.
Yeah, just heading to the top of the hill now. We're going to introduce you to these riders. As Jason says, up close and personal, so you can cheer on your favorites at home.
Santiago del Estero, Argentina.
And out there in gate number 8, on the outside, is the 136 plate. Came up from junior women, first year as an elite women. First World Cup final for Zoe Claessens out of Switzerland. Next to her in gate number 7, doing it for Ecuador, with the colourful hair and colourful bike, Dominica Azuero. Gate 6 on the 210, the soon-to-be doctor from Denmark, Simon Christiansen. Next up on the 6 plate out of the USA, she has been absolutely flying, hit the podium in Rock Hill, that is Felicia Stancil. Next to her on the 971 plate out of France, she's had 2 World Cup wins already this year, Manchester and Paris, that is Manon Valentino. On the 7 plate out of Australia, won here last year on day number 2, that is Saya Sakakibara. On the 116, been super consistent already this season, 3 podiums for Natalia Afremova. And on the inside, the 110, the reigning World Cup champion, the leader of the series with the red plate, out of the Netherlands, Laura Smulders. Elite Women Final, round number 9 of the UCI World Cup. Here we go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, the Elite Women Final is underway. Let's have a look who's got the start. It is Laura Smulders out of the Netherlands. Afremova's in there in 2, Simone Christiansen in 3. That's Saya Sakakibara in there in 4 with Dominica Azuero in 5. Where is Felicia Stancil? She's back there in 6. Smulders, Afremova, Christiansen, Smulders looking good, Jason.
Oh my gosh, Christensen goes down, rubs Afremova's tire. What a gift for the American Felicia Stancil. Manon Valentino in 4th and Claessens in 5th, but Smulders burning it up down the last straightaway, followed by Afremova, Stancil with the 3rd, Valentino with the 4th, and Claessens with the 5th. Christensen jumps into the 2nd corner, high sides off of Afremova's tire, and then Azuero and Sakakibara go down. Very disappointing lap for Christensen as she was in a top 3 position. Smulders making her way back. I believe, the most winningest Supercross rider ever. She gets her congratulations from competitor Saya Sakakibara. All smiles from Laura Smulders.
Yeah, Simone Christiansen just walking off track right now. She's up and okay. I think she's had problems with that corner before. Didn't she get caught up in a crash with Brooke Crane a few years ago?
I believe so.
In that very same area.
So.
So Laura Smulders of the Netherlands will have a quick chat with our on-site announcer, Max Claw.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Laura Smulders takes home her 18th World Cup win.
So if you're watching at home, please don't be worried. We will have our own talk with her, with Tori Nyhog. This is for the fans at the track on site.
And then you started sipping it up
and Laura will eventually make her way to Tori to give us the story as well.
Definitely. I came here to do my best again this weekend, and unfortunately Elise and Judy aren't here to race for the title, but I just wanted to show that I'm worthy of it. And well, 18th World Cup win, it's still unbelievable to me. And yeah, the day just went really good. Every lap went better and better, and that final was really good too. So thanks to all the other girls out there racing. It's been really fun.
You like racing here in Santiago del Estero. The crowd's obviously just so supportive of BMX. Big fans of BMX culture here in Santiago del Estero.
Yeah, definitely. You hear the crowd with Charlo winning his race. That was really cool to see. So it's good to race in front of them and have all those cheers, yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give her one more round of applause, please. Laura Smulders. Team Sport from the Netherlands. We're going to go through a board interview with Tori Nyhog, and then we'll do the flower ceremony, after which we'll go straight through into Podium and protocol.
So there is the official Smulders, Afremova, Stancil, Valentino, Claessens, Asuero, Sakakibara, and Christensen.
I'm sure Zoe Claessens will be happy with the top 5 in her first World Cup Elite main.
I would think so.
And here is the replay, just having a look. Zoe Claessens there on the outside with Dominica Asuero right next to her. Oh, Manon Valentino got it all wrong over that first jump after getting cut off by Simone Christiansen, but Smulders was out front. Afremova was right there in 2. Might just get an idea of what went on in that second turn. Oh, didn't quite catch it, but there was a 3-rider pile-up. It didn't matter to Laura Smulders, just strolling across that line.
I think that happened to Sakakibara last year as well in that same turn.
Yeah, on day number 1. And all the focus behind those goggles for Laura Smulders.
Tito. Do this.
Yes.
Yeah, the training after
Terry.
Let's go.
Laura working her way over to chat with Tori. So let's hear what she's got to say.
Laura Smulders, winner of today. Congratulations. You look great all day today. Tell me about the lap.
Thank you, yeah. Had a really good start, good first straight, smooth first jump. That's really important. Don't case that thing because it's going to cost you a lot of meters. But yeah, really good first straight and made one little mistake on the second, but kept my speed and rest of the track was perfect. So coming down the finish line, I was just really happy to have another win, number 18. It's still unbelievable to me, really. But yeah, it feels really good.
Can you repeat that in Dutch?
Ja, supergoed rondje, goede start, goed eerste stuk. 1 klein foutje op het tweede stuk, maar ik hield mijn snelheid goed. En de laatste stuk van de baan ging gewoon supergoed, dus kwam niemand voorbij. En ja, als eerste over de finish, nummer 18. Ja, voelt gewoon supergoed. Ik heb weer elk rondje kunnen winnen en ja, laat zo weer zien dat ik hier de beste ben. Dus ja, super blij mee.
What's it like racing here in Argentina in front of such a great crowd?
it's such a different place to be. We race a lot in Europe, of course, and then the US we just came from. I think the people are just really happy to be here and watch us race and put on a good show. That's why they're so enthusiastic to us, cheering for everyone, not just the Argentinians. So makes us really want to go hard and put the best out there. And yeah, it's really nice to be here.
Can you repeat that in Dutch?
Ja, het is totaal anders dan wat we gewend zijn. Europa is anders. Amerika, waar we net vandaan komen. De mensen zijn hier super enthousiast om 1 keer in het jaar ons te kunnen zien racen. En ze juichen voor iedereen, niet alleen voor de mensen hier uit Zuid-Amerika. Dus het is super leuk om hier te zijn. En daardoor willen wij ook ons beste laten zien natuurlijk. Dus ja, super leuk om hier mee te mogen doen.
Congrats, Laura, and enjoy your 18th World Cup win.
Thank you.
18 wins. That has got to be a record. Still getting the congratulations.
Good job, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
We good, Max? Good? Yeah, let's go. Vamos.
In second place on the Russian Federation, Natalia Akramova. And your champion, ladies and gentlemen, from the Netherlands, Laura Mulder.
So all smiles on the podium. Laura, Felicia, and Natalia.
Yep.
Certainly be interesting to see what that does to the points now going into the final round. With Laura extending her lead.
There's your men's standings. Nick Kim and Alfredo Campo moving up as suspected. David Graff into third. Daudet drops back down to fourth. Renkarel, Andre, Mayhew, and Shara rounding out the top 8. 9 through 16 look like Molina, Van Gent, White, Sakakibara, Harmsen, Vandenberg, Ramirez, and Maye.
Moving on to the women's standings, we are looking at Laura Smulders, 1,120 points, and she's quite the distance clear of Felicia Stansel in 3, Elise Willoughby in 2, Manon Valentino in 4, Aframova in 5, Christiansen in 6, Judy Bow in 7, Saya Sakakibara in 8. Lauren Reynolds inside the top 10 with 9th, Mariana Pajon, Paula Reese Santos, Camille Mayer, Saya Takayama, Zoe Claysons, Ruby Hausman, and Merle Van Bentham rounding out the top 16. We'll have to get it confirmed, but I'm pretty sure nobody can catch Laura. No?
So, guess what, Rich? Next time we see everyone, it will be tomorrow for round 10 and the final round of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Santiago del Estero.
Looking forward to it, Jason. Should be another
I think some
race.
people have some unfinished business from today. I'm looking forward to it.
Same here.
Well, thanks for joining us. We are signing off. See you next time.
See you next time.
and then the authorities will give the flowers, champagne, and
I just need to check that my microphone is turned on. Is my microphone turned on? Colo. Colo. Is my microphone on? Is my microphone on?
¿Está prendido el micrófono?
Sí, está
Sale para